Right, we are live.
Welcome to the Unashamed Gamers Live with Ben, Adam, and Paul. How's it
Hello.
going? Hello.
Hello.
Hello, other humans. Yeah, I'm good. I'm doing good. Right,
I'm
we are
doing
live.
good. We're going to be talking about cross-platform play between consoles mainly, because it kind of exists across PC to console already, doesn't it, on both platforms?
Yeah, because we're just piece gaming console peasants us.
Your PC, console, Game Boy playing peasants.
Fuck you guys. I get nervous and shy. But
Fuck
yeah,
you guys, I'm playing on my Game Boy Color.
you mean you don't have a Game Boy Color?
Out of here. You're
Yeah,
not going to play a link with us now, are you?
I'm not, definitely not. So anyway, obviously we're going to start with the news. So I'd just like to play the new jingle. Stop laughing.
Has anyone got any news?
And that
Okay, I had to hold it in to not laugh.
yeah. And that jingle was created by our number one fan, Adam, who actually felt sorry for, so we'll let you in the podcast.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
You can be
I'm
a part of the
kidding.
sinking ship too.
Yeah. We've already got a listener already. He was called Exacto, but now he's called Paul Can't Play Resident Evil 4. He changed his name.
I like how you're one super fan when he's turned into your arch nemesis.
He is. He was like, yeah, Paul, cool dude. Now he's like, guy, you little bitch. You can't play Resident Evil 4. To be honest, he's correct. He is, because like I
He is
can't
correct.
concentrate. I can't. He's just said nice singing. Thank you for that.
Gotta take him where you can get him.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. But obviously, when I'm playing Resident Evil 4, I can't concentrate on the game and talk to people because obviously I'm a bloke. So I'm just like, yeah, and then I get hit and die.
Yeah.
But yeah, so anyway.
And then you're
News.
trying to learn the set list for your new lounge singer job now that you've got the voice of an angel.
Oh, yeah.
Sha-la-la-la.
News. Anyone got any news? No, right. So, yes, let's start with news. I've got a little tasty morsel for people who want to whet their appetite on the news.
Oh, my. I was wondering where you were going with that.
The brilliant Darwin Project has gone free to play. Now,
Oh, yeah,
there was a lie in that statement. It is free to play, but it's fucking gash. For those of you who don't know, it is a battle royale game, but everything about it is terrible. So yeah, next.
You know what? In its defense, I think it runs really well. I really do. I
Yeah.
just think it's not fun.
That can't be a selling point of Battle Royale games anymore, Ben.
The world of
Like-
PUBG.
Yeah,
PUBG doesn't run well, but like
Exactly.
Fortnite does. Darwin
Yeah.
Project
Fortnite
does.
runs, yeah.
and Fortnite sucks.
but so does bloody Darwin Project. I can't even remember the name. It's that shit.
Yeah,
I'm like, that game we were just talking about a second ago. I
yeah,
actually had a shock because obviously you must have downloaded it, and then obviously it downloaded to my Xbox as well.
Yeah.
So I had a shot last night, and it's just not fun. Like, you can only you need to get wood to make fires and make arrows, but then you can only farm certain trees, which are like skinny trees. So there's loads
Yes.
of big trees you cannot hit and farm wood from. I'm like, well, this is stupid. And then
Yeah,
it's
it
just
is.
like, I think it was like I hit a guy. I made 3 arrows because that's all the wood I had for. So I hit him with all 3 arrows. Then I hit him with my axe, and then he hit me with 1 arrow, and then hit me with the axe, and I died. And it said you had 100% accuracy because I didn't miss a shot. And I'm like, so I hit him with 3. Like, I did twice as much damage basically,
yeah, and
and
he's
then
still
instantly
yeah.
died. And I'm just like, oh. And then I played. I was like, well, I'll play one more. Maybe I'm not getting it. And then I was like, oh, you can build armor. So I built some armor. And then same thing happened again. I'm like, okay, this is just not fun. Like, I'm hitting people first and consistently, and then losing.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
So I probably just really suck at the game, but it's just I just didn't find it very fun.
yeah.
Plus,
Well-
arrows being the only real weapon, and
Yeah.
I like shooting games, so that's the only part I was interested in was like shooting arrows.
Yeah. Well, I've got the favourite segment that Ben loves coming in now. Gun to your head, gun to your dick. Darwin Project or Fortnite. Which one do you play forever?
Gun to your head, gun to your dick. Gun to your head, gun to your important head.
Yeah.
Fortnite, always Fortnite.
The same goes to you, Adam. You're not getting away with it. Gun to your head, gun to your dick.
Fortnite. I actually don't mind Fortnite as a game, so
Oh, that's
I'm sick of Fortnite now. I must say, like I've had me lifetime fill of Fortnite. I really,
I
yeah.
haven't played it in months.
yeah, I
but
cannot see myself ever going back to it. I really cannot.
I keep wanting to, but then I'd like install it, and I'm like, you know what? I can't be bothered.
Yeah. I think it's hit a point now where like to do really well consistently, you're gonna have to really step your building game up, and if that's not something you're interested in, like me and Paul in particular, then it's never going to be something worth going back to. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Paul can't play Resident Evil 4 has said, I hope Resident Evil 2 Remake has a battle royale with skins. I hope it doesn't. I really don't.
What was the awful game we were talking about last week? The first person shooter of Resident Evil?
Umbrella Chronicles, I think. Was that? Core. Yeah, one of the two.
Yeah. That is a battle royale. I'm in.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go with those like 14 frame per second gunfights and
just
awful £10 graphics. And
yeah, so is anyone
Capcom? It'll cost 40 quid to play and
40
quid per skin.
Definitely. Well,
to do crossover and there's a Frank West skin, I'm in. If you get a bit of Dead Rising action in Resident Evil universe, I'm in.
That'd actually be cool. I'd like that. I think that would be quite a cool little like thingy. What's the word I'm looking for? I can't use my words.
Capcom Battle Royale. So you get characters from the Capcom universe in a Battle Royale game.
It could be a special outfit for Resident Evil 2, but only Claire can wear it. Just, you know.
Or Claire dressed as Frank West.
Yeah, that's
Mega
it.
Man.
That's my dream. That's my dream.
That's my fetish.
So has anyone else got any news?
No.
Not really.
Oh, we've done so much research. This is
literally.
the best.
I literally had one news story and I forgot it because it was so inconsequential because it's been such a slow week.
It's been pretty slow,
But like, it's just nothing's really jumped out at us. Where I'm just like, I really have to discuss that. I'm just like, no, everything's just chugging over. So kind of. I mean, it's been the Battlefield 5 alpha this week, so there's a lot of Battlefield 5 actual gameplay going around. So that's good.
Yeah.
That looks good.
There was
meh.
SGQ was last week.
Yeah.
I don't know what the final total they raised actually is.
No idea.
Yeah.
That's because we're all about the research on this show.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah, we did pick one subject that we actually had opinions on. So, you know, in my defense, Paul in your bloody news section.
Yeah, well, the news section's the best section. It has a jingle. I'm thinking of maybe getting a Patreon and putting that on so people can download it to their phones. That's how good it is.
So it would just be Adam downloaded it to his phone. Right.
I'm pretty sure Paul can't play Resident Evil 4 wants it. He definitely wants it. He says he's been waiting 6 days for the knife challenge and all he gets is this. This is quality. Come on.
He wants it as a voice line in Capcom Battle Royale.
Who doesn't? I do. I want
genuine question though for your one fan, are you going to be continuing the knife only challenge?
Yes, I am definitely. I just suck at it. I'm going to do it this time 12 times the charm, and then I just get my head cut off.
That's all right. That'll just be like all of your when you have normal playthroughs.
I'll have you know. Nah, I've got nothing. Let's just move on. Yeah, so
the subject at hand.
How much they raised.
Oh. Have you been doing a Google?
I did a quick Google, yes.
Give it a googs.
Fair one. That's good for them.
Well, it's good for Doctors Without Borders. That's an impressive amount of money to raise for charity, really.
Yeah. That is cool, man.
It's insane that gamers can do that. It can raise a shit ton of money.
Well, there's fucking loads of us, so you know, if we all put a fucking quid in, you know what I mean? That's why I think it's crazy that companies are so flagrant with anti-consumer policies, you know what I mean? When you realize how much of a hand we have in their success, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we have a big hand in their success. I mean, that's why Fortnite is the biggest game because, like I said, the free-to-play model was so consumer-friendly. Everyone was like, well, I'll buy a skin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then it's like, well, they're the biggest game ever.
Yeah. Right. So, because you don't have any news, I've come prepared with more, or I've Googled it right now while you were talking. And the game, I've forgotten the name of the game already, but I'm going back to it right now. Rocket League isn't getting a sequel. They're just going to keep expanding on what it is. If you don't know what it is, it's football with cars.
Yeah.
So
I think everyone pretty much knows what Rocket League is now. It's huge. I think that's kind of probably smart, because otherwise it's just going to go down the route of really iterative sequels like FIFA, isn't it?
Yeah.
So just keep it what it is, and just do like the Siege thing where they're just doing years of content and things like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it.
It's the whole games as a service thing seems to be the thing at the minute.
That's what companies want. They want one golden goose that you can that keeps on laying. You know what I mean?
Adam definitely read that. Adam definitely read that off GameSpot, because that's where I got it, and it literally says Rocket League 2 is unlikely as devs focus on games as a service instead. You're reading the same article, my friend.
That's just what they are like. That's what Siege did.
Of course, he's reading the same article. He's breathing over your shoulder to speak.
Oh yeah, he's sitting on my knee.
There's the illusion that you are in different places, but we know the truth.
Oh yeah, we're in the same house.
And he's also, nude.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely nude. But yeah, Anthem's got an E3 demo video that's just been released. Yeah. You get over 20 minutes of new gameplay. We can't play it, but you can watch other people. So if you really like post gameplay trailers where they're like, "Oh, do you want to do this?" I'm like, "No, I'm going to do that with my friend." You know,
I'm going to do it with my friend who's not in this video right now.
Oh god, yeah. So 20 minutes of that. Also, Paul can't play Resident Evil 4 said, especially in that girl's t-shirt. What he's doing is he's referencing, the Bin Man Batman episode of Bring It Gaming, Ben. Yeah. Well, I showed him that, and he saw me girl's t-shirt and he loves it. So again, that'll be on Patreon too. I wore it the other day. It's probably got some pit stains, and you can have it if you want.
You'll hawk anything for a quid.
For a quid, I was going to give it for 50 pence. That's smart. You're the businessman of the podcast.
Savvy.
Yeah, definitely. Especially in that girl's t-shirt, smiley face.
Oh god.
Right, so that's all the news I've got. News, sha-la-la-la. That's the end of the news segment. We've done it, boys.
I mean, before we move on to the Sony thing, what do you think about like Anthem and Division being looter shooters that are releasing within like 2 weeks of each other?
See which one's better.
do you think that? I think it's a real dangerous game for Division in particular, because people have already played the Division and some people have made their minds up about that. It doesn't seem like a smart time to launch. When there's something innovative and new coming out, which is a similar enough genre to be like steal that fan base away.
Yeah, I'm being told to sell me hair on eBay now. Do you think that's a viable business?
No.
Do you even have hair to sell?
Yes, I have a full head of hair.
You're selling back hair on eBay.
Yeah, but so let's get back to the point in hand. Yeah, I'm not.
No, but send me that link.
Yeah.
Link me.
Buy it now.
It'll just be me and that guy exactly just outbidding each other to a quid.
Yeah. Got to make that quid somehow. We've got to get funding for the channel somewhere. So if I've got to sell me back hair, I'll definitely do that.
We could probably cultivate and farm that quite decently, to be fair. That's a full back every week.
I'm not that hairy. Right, so Anthem in the Division, moving on. Sha-la-la, help.
So what we came to talk about is cross-platform play, because Fortnite being obviously the big issue here, where if you have a Fortnite account and you've bought like the season pass, or you've accumulated skins that you've paid money for, if you then go play, say you were playing on PC or you were playing on your Xbox or you're playing on your Switch, then you go to PlayStation 4, all that content gets locked to your PS4 account, and then you can no longer use it on the other platforms. So that's caused a huge backlash. And then the big thing is that obviously Sony this generation are saying no to cross-platform play, even though obviously their competitors are open to it.
Yeah, it's weird because there's a lot of the arguments come out that Sony, there's no benefit for Sony to do it from a business standpoint, which there isn't really.
Yeah.
But it's goodwill. At this point, there's such a fuss about it. That it's
really bad press for them, isn't it?
Yeah, and they're not answering the critics very well. They're not answering points of we don't want it because we can't then protect kids from other users on other platforms.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's implying that other platforms aren't protecting children, which obviously they are, because they have a legality behind them having to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All platforms have parental controls in place because they have to. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They have to in a console that has a marketplace that children can quite easily access. Those things exist. That's why they're there. To imply that the competition doesn't have that it's very cocky. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like,
the big
they
argument I'm
should just
hearing
come
from
out.
Sony fanboys though is them going, well, last gen Xbox didn't want to cross-platform, and you're like, well, maybe they didn't, but now times have changed drastically. You know, the face of gaming is pretty much all digital going forwards. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a
I
different
think,
time.
like, if
Let's move
Sony just
forward.
came out and said, "Oh, we don't want to do it because it doesn't make sense from a business standpoint," people would go, "Fair enough." Yeah.
Yeah. At least you'd be honest, but they just don't want to do that because they're trying to save face, but they're going the wrong way about it.
Yeah. I mean, even Nintendo have opened up cross-platform play, and like Nintendo were always the most closed
Oh God, I know.
group.
Yeah, they've done that with Xbox, haven't they? With is it Minecraft?
Minecraft, yeah.
Like they said, come and play with us, and it's kind of a dig to PlayStation.
It is, yeah.
Which I get because PlayStation did that to like Xbox in that advertisements, like for the players, for like on the Xbox, like for the PlayStation adverts. So I do kind of get it. I mean, I would love to be able to play like Fortnite on. Well, I wouldn't love to play Fortnite at all, but you know what I mean. Like, I would love to be able to just pick my account up on any system, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, be able to, I think I'm like level 20 on Xbox One, and I'd love to be able to just go from that to the Switch and to the PlayStation, but you can't, and it's quite frustrating. I mean, they're expecting
it's not
more money.
We're saying I want to pay for Battlefield 1 and then that disc works on both platforms. I would still expect to buy it twice if I had both platforms.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that I should be able to play with my friends on either one and carry me progress across.
That's it, yeah. I mean, so will you be able to play on like an Xbox and then say like my Lily's got the Switch?
Yeah.
And will I be able to play Fortnite with her on the Switch? Is that something that we can actually do?
Yeah. You can do that, and you can play Minecraft together as well.
Oh, well, that's not happening.
I don't think you can join the same lobby, but you can be put into the same games. I think like you become one big player pool.
Yeah,
right.
So I think you can still play if you just select duos and invite each other. You can do that.
You can,
you?
Yeah.
Right.
Like
well, you see,
probably opening it up.
Well, this is the way forward, though. I mean, surely that's what we should all be getting now on all consoles. Yeah. Like, I understand, like you said, like obviously, if you got Battlefield.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can't like play Battlefield on your PlayStation 4 unless you buy the disc. That's fine.
Yeah.
Like I get that. I just want to be able to carry my like
like obviously I said Battlefield as an example because I'm a big Battlefield player. So it was like I had Battlefield for both Xbox and PlayStation. And then I had to unlock all of the guns for both individual games. You know what I mean? It was a nightmare. I mean, I did it because I'm a hardcore Battlefield player. But it's just like, do you know what I mean? It's nuts.
Yeah.
But I mean, the cross-platform thing is like Fortnite is the prime example because obviously it's the biggest game right now. Obviously, there's the whole thing of PlayStation locking people's accounts so that, you know, your cosmetics are getting locked to your PlayStation account.
Yeah.
That happened to me indirectly because it was just like I've got Amazon Prime and there's a thing called Twitch Prime, which is if you have an Amazon Prime account, you get certain content for certain games at certain times through Twitch Prime, and you could get a skin for Fortnite. So I was like, this was back before skins were huge as well. Like, I don't think I had any skins. Like, I don't think the Battle Pass was even out at that time. So you could get this cool skin. And I was like, oh, well, I've got Amazon Prime. I'll go and get this free skin. And then it was like, you have unlocked the skin. Like, clicked it. It has automatically been redeemed to your PlayStation account because I played Fortnite on PlayStation first.
Yeah.
Rather than Xbox. And there was no way to unpair them. And so, like, that skin is locked away to my PlayStation. Do you know what I mean?
Sucks. Yeah, man.
So I've got Battle Pass. I've had both seasons of I've had 2 seasons of the Battle Pass on my Xbox. You know what I mean? But like you say, you don't want to go on the PlayStation again. God forbid it locks that content away to there.
I know, Christ. Yeah.
But what's interesting about Fortnite is way before it was huge, like within the first month or second month of it coming out, they accidentally had crossplay on for a weekend.
Yeah, they did.
Where a user noticed that they were playing against someone with a space in their username, which you can do on, is it
Xbox.
Yeah, Xbox. You can put a space in.
Yeah, you can't on PlayStation 4.
Yeah. So they noticed someone had a space, and they were like, "Well, how was that?" And they like Googled the person. They weren't a PlayStation player. Then they Googled the name on Xbox, and there was their account. So they're like, "Oh, I'm playing against an Xbox person here." So the fact that it's as crazy as a Switch, and it has no implement really on Sony, because I mean, this leads on to a bigger argument that, you know, it's a question I put here, is whether we should really be paying to play online in the first place.
No.
Because Sony don't provide the servers for Fortnite. So your subscription service has no bearing on Fortnite whatsoever. I mean, it's a free-to-play game anyway. So if you don't have a subscription service, you wouldn't pay to play on Fortnite, for example.
On Xbox, you have to have gold on Xbox to play that online. Really? PlayStation, you don't. Yeah, you've got to have Xbox Live. Like, that is another good thing to bring up. Like, do you think we should pay for online? Like, not at all. Like, I think there should be tiers. I mean, I've seen a YouTube video on it where it's like you get nothing but online play if you're free. Yeah. That you can pay $7.99 a month and you get the Game Pass and you get the games with gold. Or like there's a £10 one where you get like games with gold and the Game Pass and like demos early or something like that we were saying. Like, I think that's a cool idea. But personally, I think like the free-to-play games, they're all free on PlayStation. They should also be free on Xbox. Like, I don't understand why they're not, and that's all.
Yeah.
Paul can't play Resident Evil 4, says Battlefield is his favourite shooter. Just a happy quick way. No idea what that means, but I think maybe he was just excited.
Good shout. Battlefield is amazing.
And Fortnite literally owns the worldwide government, making you start over on a different console. He's right there. They do, yeah. My God, that game is everywhere, though. Like, seriously, everywhere. Like, Lily does the Fortnite dances all the time. Like, it's like, oh, there's a new dance, look at this. And then she's doing, I'm like, yeah, I've already seen it 1,000 times, Lily. Like, I'm not even kidding.
I like how you're like one up in your trial. Like, I've seen it first.
I've seen it before you mug.
I've got the battle pass, bitch.
Yeah.
like 6 years old. You're like, fuck you, bitch. I've got the battle pass.
She's 7 actually, but yeah. Like she was at school the other day. That
means you should definitely be swearing at her then.
Oh yeah, I was at school the other day with her, and she was standing in the line, and she was telling her friend, "Oh, I play Fortnite," and he was like, "What tier are you?" And I was like, "I think 22." He went, "Whoa, get good, scrub, 67." I'm like, "This kid's 7, and he's griefing me and me daughter." I was like, "You little prick."
Yeah, but he would beat you at Fortnite.
Oh, he probably would. Yeah, he probably would. Like, no matter what gun I had, he could have a pistol and he'd just build a condo and shoot us from the top of it, and I'd die. That's what would happen.
Yeah. Just build a condo.
Well, that's all it is. It's, you've got a gun, you shoot them, they don't shoot back, they build a condo or a bloody high rise, stand at the top of it and shoot you. That's all it is. It's like
I've just got a picture of like the advanced players like building a house sim style but really fast. Like just placing a fridge and looking at you like, oh, I'm gonna get you in a minute once I place this sink.
Yeah, that's it. Like, that's what I don't get. Like, even the Fortnite, like the creators of Fortnite have said, we don't want the end game to be somebody wins because they've built. And like, I can't see a way unless they do a no build mode that they're not going to be able to accomplish that, because that's what everyone
build mode though.
Yeah, oh well, I know that, but like everyone builds. That's the problem. I was shooting somebody with a machine gun, like I forgot the minigun thing, right? And I was tearing him up, and he put 3 walls up and ran away. Like, that's not fun. Don't build a house, fight back.
Don't build a house because I'm meant to get the kill.
That's it. Exactly. I didn't get me kill and I shut off. That's exactly the problem with that game.
The problem I think you really have with the game, even more than me, is you just want to play a different game.
I just want PUBG to be good
like,
again.
God, yeah, like I wish PUBG ran at 60 frames per second on console. That's what you.
I wish
for, really.
60. I'd wish it would run at least 30. Or
I'd be happy with 20 at this.
Yeah, I'd take 20. Like,
yeah, exactly. Like you have ruined PUBG for me because you've made me say all the faults in the game, and I hate you for it because I can't play it anymore.
Yeah, he was loving it like for 2
months. I was.
And then I was just like, hey, notice how every gunfight it's like 8 frames a second. You're like, no, and then you just start noticing. He's like, oh yeah,
yeah. I've noticed this game is really bad, and every time I die, it's bullshit. Yeah,
not every time. Sometimes because you suck.
Oh well, most times because I suck.
9 times out of 10, it's because he sucks.
What's happening? God, yeah. So crossplay, yeah. Less of the bullying, please.
Crossplay. So, I mean, the fact, like you said, that it's just a switch, like you said, that they can turn it on. It's just it's crazy that there's this whole, oh, well, we're going to think about how we can approach this with the players so that we don't have to say it's a business decision. So we're looking at feedback, and they give this really fucking awful statement that was just like, oh, you don't care. They're starting to come out as the company that doesn't actually care about the player. They just have a really strong exclusive lineup.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. They walked out on stage at E3 and they were like, here's what we've got. Ta-ra. That was it. They didn't even sell it. Like, do you want some of this? Yeah. Right. Bye.
That guy with the banjo wasn't even meant to be there.
That guy with the banjo. God. There was so much cringeworthy bullshit at E3, though.
Wasn't there like a guy who like had a flute solo or something?
Probably. Like, what was Elijah Wood doing there? He's like, I love video games. I'm like, no, you love the check you got to say you love video games, you little hobbity prick.
Tell what you really think, Paul.
Yeah, we've got another comment. Why do they have guns in Fortnite when 99% of deaths are caused by high falls? He's got a point.
Yeah. If I see someone building up, two guys building up, I'm like, well, I'll just knock that structure down.
Yeah, E3 is the supreme event as well. He said it is. We love E3, but we mostly just take the piss out of it, don't we? Like the awkward conversations.
Well, what happens every year is that we'll always get too excited for it than it deserves. Like, it's E3. I'm looking forward to it. Oh, I've got the day off because it's always around my birthday as well. So I'm just like, I'll take it off and pretend it's for my birthday, but really it's because I really want to watch E3. And then I'm like, I'm gonna watch E3 and it's gonna be class. And then I watch E3 and I'm just like, why have you had months to prepare and then you've picked the one person who can? In fact, not the one. You've hired 20 people who kind of talk on stage.
That's it.
Like, all these people who are just like fumbling over words, and I'm like, surely you've had months to prepare. And then the actors somehow read their lines perfectly, but then they don't deliver a good performance. So they come on and they're just like really like stiff and like, Just Dance 2014. That looks amazing.
We've just got another comment. We love E3, but we actually bully the people who take part in it and make it awful. Yeah, you've got a point. We actually do. Yeah, but we do love E3, but that is true.
It's just because you want to see the games. You don't want someone to talk about like how they got to the idea of making the game. You don't care about that. The average person doesn't care about that. I'm like, show me gameplay, and then they're just like, well, I started thinking on the John. I was thinking, like when you have a poo, and like sometimes that's just like life, and then it made us think I should do a game about life. You're like, just show us the fucking game.
And then it flashes up Xbox One exclusive, and it's like just a dude having simulator. A poo. Yeah, we've got another question. What was your favorite cringe moment from E3? God, there's so many.
Oh God,
just any. What's that woman called?
Command and Conquer on mobile.
Oh God.
Yeah. What's that woman called?
I thought Bethesda did a really good conference, but the reaction to Andrew WK playing, where just like he's like rocking out, and like Andrew WK is a really lively guy, so he's like smiling, he's playing them, singing along, and it's like it was quite a good performance. But then it was like cutting to the crowd, and people are like, I don't know who this is.
Yeah, just all on that phone, like
don't know where I am.
All hashtag who this
in my life.
Yeah, like the dancing, like for Just Dance, like we had a 20-minute dance.
The panda.
Start with a panda. Nobody cares. Like people like Just Dance, that's fine. But we don't need 20 minutes of Just Dance with people dancing. We get what it is.
You know what would be enough for Just Dance? Would be go Just Dance 2018 and then just move on. That would be enough. Everyone would be like, oh yeah, okay. The people who know what that is know what that is. That's fine.
Yeah, and also
it's not like they even told new features. They didn't say like, "Oh, new tracking techniques to make dances are super accurate" or something. Just like, nope, there's a panda.
Yeah, here's a panda for you.
There's a man sweating in a panda suit.
And he says that bike dude was a great cringe moment. If he's talking about that as a Trials game, like I agree.
Oh yeah,
like, that guy who fell over on stage.
Yeah, man, that's a good pick. That was hilarious.
That was very good
because that was just like where they obviously thought that was hilarious.
Yeah,
they were just like, this is gonna go down so well. Like people are gonna be like, oh, those guys, and everyone was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, what is this? What's happening? Yeah, for me, it's my cringiest moment is definitely when celebrities come on who haven't played games, like, and they're like, "Yo, I love games," and then they're like just stood there like reading auto cue like a robot, like, "Yeah, I just want my money. I'm here for the money." But this game's going to be awesome. It's going to be the best game ever. It's just that's for me is cringe. And that what's her name? Is it not Alicia? The tall woman who always does bloody Ubisoft games.
Aisha
Tyler. Like, she's like, "Yeah, motherfucker, I love this game." And then the next game's like, "Yeah, motherfucker, this game made me cry. Yeah, motherfucker."
I find that very racist. It wasn't Samuel L. Jackson. People thinking of Samuel L. Jackson.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Like, I'm sick of these motherfucking games on this motherfucking stage. Like, that didn't happen,
man. I'm tired of these motherfucking games on this motherfucker. Yeah, that did not mean to come out as racist at all. That's the way she talks.
I don't think you're racist. I'm just winding up. That's funny, but
yeah.
She wasn't talking like that. But it was just like she was just every single game. Like at that was it last year's E3 and the year before that?
Yeah,
no, not last
loved
year.
them all.
It wasn't last year. It was 2 years ago.
Yeah,
2 years ago. It was just like every game. That was great. Oh, that looks amazing. I'm like, let's be realistic. The average gamer like is going to play maybe one Ubisoft game. Do you know what I mean?
And
you're not going to play all of them. And she's like, all of them. Oh, it's brilliant. Yeah.
Yeah, like the Force trailer for Rainbow Six Siege. It was like, "Woo, that gave me fucking goosebumps." It's like, no, it didn't. The check you cashed gave you goosebumps.
They're paying me how much to do this?
Yeah.
For me, it's always
4
those
episodes of Friends.
Yeah,
those forced trailers for me at E3 every year. Like, when are we going to get rid of those like forced gameplay? Oh, do you want to check
Didn't they do it
this out?
exactly the same for Division? It was like the first Division trailer was this. They just recreated it again for Division 2.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to swap my load out.
Yeah.
If you said that to me, I'd be like, I don't give a fuck, mate.
Yeah.
No.
Genuinely.
Oh, we should really go here and get you this piece of equipment. All right, then. No, they never do.
Yeah.
It's like,
if
we've
you
got
spoke
this
like
first.
that, I would think there was someone. I'd be like, "Oh, he's all right. Like, what's going on?
Well,
Why is talking like fucking idiots?"
Yeah, we need to make a video reaction on the whole vid. That's what Paul Can't Play Resident Evil 4 said. That's a long ass vid. No, but like they should have real people playing the game because like it's so forced. It's so cheesy. Like Rainbow Six was like, we're gonna breach now. In reality, I'd be like, well, how do I breach? Like you'd be saying that, I'd be like, yeah, but mate, how? And you'd be like, well, the breach point, yeah, but how though? And then you jump through and I'd shoot you in the back of the head, which happened. Which really happened.
Well, first game of Siege, Paul shot us in the back of the head. I was like, it's going well. I think this might be your game.
Yeah. I was like,
it's time to pack in Resident Evil. This is the one. Forget the knife only, mate. Shooting teammates in the back of the head is your forte.
Yeah, I was like, I'm pretty sure friendly fire's on after I had shot him. Yeah, like in all seriousness though, you've got us back a few times. Didn't I run in front of you in PUBG and you were like, "Oh, I thought someone else and fucking ripped us to shreds."
Oh, I've killed you a lot of times in PUBG. Sometimes you've got to get them kills up, haven't you? By any means necessary.
That's it. That is it. Yeah.
Oh God. But yeah, E3 was hilarious.
It was.
For all the wrong reasons.
Yeah, they always are.
Like, I'm looking forward to what's next. Is it Gamescom in August?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it again because it's just like what it's because I just feel there's this huge disconnect between what companies perceive gamers want and then what gamers actually want, and I think there's no greater place than to say it when they try and describe it on stage. Like, you know what I mean? You just really say how disparate the views are. You know what I mean? Like these guys don't really know, and they're just like fucking shooting in the dark, hoping to fucking land a shot. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah,
we think this is going to be good, and then if someone says it's not good, they try and like, no, you're wrong, you're a dick, you just don't understand. You're like, oh, maybe we just don't want that game. Like, maybe nobody wants Unravel 2. You know?
Yeah. Oh my god, that was like the highlight for loads of people. They were like, "Oh yeah, and this game is available now," and the crowd went wild. And I was like, "But it's just a game about string."
I know the belly button fluff DLC looks good though.
No, that's it. Yeah,
I'm sold. I could unravel that for days, me. Moving on to, I know obviously what points about crossplay, but I've just remembered something that I wanted to discuss with you. Is There's a guy called Dreamcast Guy on YouTube. I've seen a few of his videos. He was talking about a rumor that Google might be entering the console market.
Right.
And what do you think about that? Just as a concept alone, even with very little information, just the fact of the idea of a Google console.
Adam?
Like,
the search engine would be great.
At this point, can they do it? Like, I mean, they've got the money.
They've got the money. I mean, that phone line's apparently really good. Like, I've not bought one because I'm just lazy like that. But like, there's the Google G1 apparently, or OnePlus or some shit like that. Like, their line of phones has been doing really well. So they're kind of proving that they've got the funding to do well in technological markets have not been in previously.
But then they've got to build, like, there's a lot of relationships that are obviously built between console manufacturers like Microsoft and Sony and whatnot. And then you're stepping into the ring with Microsoft, Sony, Nintendo, PC. Like, what are they going to offer?
Google are in the corner of this stream right now. They're listening to it. No, but I mean, I think it's interesting. But I think to differentiate themselves, they need something really strong, like a really great price and a really great system, and maybe no charging for online. You know what I mean? And proof that they've got the infrastructure and some exclusive. Like like you said, there's a lot of building that have to do.
Yeah,
because you get a foothold.
You're trying to pull people away from an ecosystem that already exists.
The hammer pulled you off.
The hammer pulled you off?
Every time, anytime anyone says pulled, I always have to say that.
Yeah, oh my God. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I agree. I think it's, like I said, there's such a big install base of PlayStations in particular. It would have to be when the next gen consoles launch, and you'd have to be like offering either something at least the same level, if not amazingly better, you know what I mean, for the same price. Which would mean probably taking a loss, but I suppose a company like Google could probably afford to take the loss on hardware. Because wasn't that a big thing for Xbox Original? Didn't they take quite a loss on the hardware for the original Xbox just to get a foothold in the market?
Yeah. I think wasn't that what PlayStation 3 were doing as well when they first started out?
Yeah.
They were taking a loss because of the Blu-ray player, I think it was, in it.
Yeah.
Like, that just drove that console was expensive, though.
Yeah.
Like, as well.
Yeah. I'll go on.
I've got two words for you. Ooh, yeah. I mean, technically one word, but that didn't do well, did it? And let's be honest, like, people don't want to take a risk. Like, PlayStation
but the
and Xbox
was shit. The Ouya was like, we're going to take the best things from Android gaming. You're like, what?
Yeah.
You're going to take the what? The best things. And I'm like, tell me 3 good things, and then we'll argue about best. And they're like, well, I don't have any good things, but we're taking the best ones, though. And I'm like,
It was terrible. Like, they stood outside of E3, didn't they? And were like, do you want to buy it? Oh, yeah. And like 5 guys bought one, thinking it was going to be the future. And it just wasn't. It really wasn't.
Just playing shitty mobile games, and you've got a pad that's kind of superfluous because half the button presses won't be needed for a shitty mobile game where you like tilt a fucking motorbike down a slope. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you only need the left stick for.
And didn't we have?
God, I'm glad I bought this.
Didn't we have like something called a Steam box or something? Wasn't that like that was the PC console? Like
they did a bunch of companies did Steam boxes. The idea was that obviously it would run Steam directly because Steam has a lot of games that you could play on controller. But they never really took off because none of them were very powerful. I think is it Alienware? I think did the most powerful one, and it still wasn't even as good as a mid-range PC. So it was like for what you were paying as well. It was like. You could pay 600 quid and get this Steam box that wasn't even a mid-range PC, or like pay 250 and get an Xbox One or a PlayStation 4. So everyone did that instead.
Well, that's it. That's what I think about it. Like Xbox and PlayStation. I mean, you know what you're getting. You're getting like the PlayStation's for the players, and the Xbox is everything, isn't it? So like you know what you're getting.
I think a Steam box could still work. I really think it could. I just think it would have to be. It needs to be like at least as powerful as modern consoles, if not more powerful. Obviously, you need a really good pad, and then you need a really good user interface. You know what I mean? That was built for controller, not for keyboard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you want it to be, obviously still have the keyboard and mouse support, but I think you need to have really strong controller support to get it in the hands of casual console players.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it needs rebranding. It needs a better name. Steam Machine, Steam Box, and being like, it was like there's Xbox or PlayStation. Now there's like, obviously they've got the Pro and the X, but it was just the Xbox One or the PlayStation 4. But it was like, he has 10 different Steam boxes from different companies. Make sure you pick the right one, though.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a lot of work for like a normal person.
Yeah.
That's what turned people off. If there was just like one unified, like if Google were to do it, maybe like they make a box, but their implementation is a brilliant version of Steam that works perfectly on your TV. And then you have the full Steam library, because I'm sure, was it last year or something, Steam's implemented, so like nearly all games need to have controller support going forward, or like 90% of the games do.
Yeah.
That could be great, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man, yeah. Another fun fact for you. Did you know there's a Resident Evil game on iPhone?
I did not.
Well, it's liquid dog shit, apparently.
That seems like a strange name choice.
Yeah, that's it. Resident Evil liquid dog shit. It's a bit of a strange one, but yeah, that was Paul can't play Resident Evil 4. I can't believe I keep saying that name like it's a compliment. I'm like, yeah, he's named his channel after me, but really, he's like, you're a fucking shit gamer, mate. Also, there's a Resident Evil game on iPhone. It's liquid dog shit. So that's 3 times I've said that now. But yeah,
I kind of want to know what this liquid dog shit game is.
Yeah,
and I want to know how you can stream it and be bad at it. Well, I know how you can be bad at it.
Yeah, obviously.
You.
Yeah, just be me playing video games. That's it. But yeah, so apparently there's a Resident Evil game and it's liquid dog shit. So yeah, on iPhone.
Until we stream some Resi 5 and I'm also liquid dog shit.
I can't wait, mate. When you get knocked down, I'm just like, no, fuck you. Remember what you said in that stream.
When I'm no doubt fucking stuck playing Sheva. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you definitely. I'm Boulder Punch Out. Boulder Punch Out? Yeah, that's right. I said it right. Boulder Punch Out, Chris. Yeah. So fuck you. That took 3 attempts to get it out my mouth.
That was the worst insult I've ever had in my life. Boulder Punch Out. You shut up.
Resident Evil Liquid Dog Shit Revelations. So yeah, that's the full title. So moving on, I think Adam should speak now. I haven't heard his voice in a while.
Adam, any thoughts on life?
It's hard to get a word in edgeways with you two, man.
It is. It really is. We apologize.
I'm not sorry.
Please don't.
Fuck you.
Yeah. Well, we're waiting for a massive Adam monologue now.
Yeah.
Well, what about Google entering the games market?
Or crossplay, or that rash on your penis? Anything.
Crossplay, I think it should be everywhere. Like, you should be able to do it. I can understand why Sony aren't, but locking your Epic account to the console, that's just plain stupid and ridiculous. There is no excuse for that whatsoever.
I don't know what they were thinking on that. Like they gain nothing from doing that, really. You know what I mean?
No.
Other than pissing off gamers.
Which everyone does that, though. That's the main thing for all video game companies. Like, let's just piss off gamers.
But then, I don't know if they are. Like, these days, Microsoft's doing a lot that's very consumer friendly. I mean, Game Pass is arguably getting better. There's a lot of games there for a decent price point. New games are getting released on there, like on release day, like Vermintide 2 on the 11th. That's being released on Game Pass.
Oh, that's
really
cool.
Strongly.
Yeah,
that's insane. Like, I knew that Microsoft first party ones were, but then obviously now they're getting some third party. And I know Vermintide's one that probably won't have sold overly well. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
It's a super fun game, though. You know what I mean? It's a great game to play with friends. If you like Left 4 Dead, you don't have to know anything about this universe. You will just enjoy the gameplay.
It's just rats in it instead of zombies.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, we've got a question for Adam. What is the picture you are using on the Google Live Hangout?
Oh, it's a Chaos Space Marine.
A Chaos Space Marine. So it's not from God of War, because that's what they're asking. And is it a God of War?
Is it from Warhammer? Is it?
It is from Warhammer 40k, 40,000.
Which is the same universe as Vermintide, isn't it?
It's sort of.
Segway, motherfuckers!
I just wanted to say segue high pitched and go home now. Oh wait, I am home.
Yeah, you're home.
Breathing over Paul's shoulder, what? Just whispering, "You suck."
I do. I've got no comeback. I do. I suck
And
at everything.
also at Resident Evil.
Yeah. So, anyway, more video games, please. I'm just talking to Microsoft because they're obviously listening. Like EA was listening last week. No, it wasn't EA. It was Epic who were listening last. Microsoft are listening this week. Like more video games, please. Like not weird ones like Pins and Wolfie McSwordface or whatever that weird game was at E3.
Wolfie McSwordface.
Are you talking about Fox Zelda?
Oh, Foxy Zelda, that's it, yeah.
Wolfie McSwordface. And now you have to change your gamer tag from Gaming Sausage
I'm not like
to Wolfie McSwordface.
my Xbox gamer tag is fucking epic. I'm not changing that ever again.
I would say change your PlayStation one, but you can't because PlayStation aren't customer friendly, are they?
No, they're not. Let's talk about that for 5 minutes because we've got nothing else to talk about.
I've got lots to talk about. It's just, but it's all whinging about video games.
That's what this podcast is about.
The unashamed whingers.
The unashamed monas. Yeah.
I love video games, but at the same time, they really annoy me.
Yeah. For me, that's part of the fun, though, is what I love just discussing video games. I love getting passionately angry about video games when really it's so inconsequential, but I'm just like, fuck you, video games. Like, I was getting angry at Battlefield 1 earlier for nothing. I'm just like, oh, I hate the random bullet deviation. That's one of the reasons I don't enjoy Fortnite is the weapon bloom, you know, like pretty much every full auto gun just sprays randomly, you know what I mean? Other than your first shot accuracy.
And then it's a laser beam.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
That's
why that game is so popular, is the random, because the random creates such a... It's so hard to be a skillful player. I'm not saying skillful players don't exist, because of course they do. But it's just like, there's so much random in that game that even the worst player is going to get a few kills every time they play that game. You know what I mean? You can be god-awful dog shit at that game, and you will always get... If you play for an hour, I guarantee anyone will get a kill in that hour. Doesn't matter who you are. You know what I mean? Because there's so much random, because at some point you'll land and someone will not get a gun and you will get a gun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I was playing it the other day and they've got like crystals now that you can eat or something, and this guy was eating crystals and he was getting superpowers, and like you can't do anything with them other than jump high. So I was running towards a gun and he just literally jumped over us, picked up the gun and killed us, and I was like, yeah, this game is literally liquid dog shit. That's my new thing now. I'm going to keep saying that. Yeah,
I want to write an article about correlation between kids eating crystals on Fortnite and becoming crystal meth addicts in real life.
That's it.
That's my next clickbait article.
Yeah, that's it. It's not video game addiction is like crystal meth. Yeah, even in the chat, it's like more like crystal meth. Yeah,
there we
that's
go.
It.
You know what I mean?
That's what's happening.
I'm gonna get like 2 clicks. It's gonna be amazing.
We're switched on. That's us. Yeah. So crossplay, like personally, it should happen. Like it's time now. Let's do it.
It's time to just unify. I think, you know what I mean. Like for the greater good.
Because we've got like people who are like PlayStation for life and Xbox is the best. Like in reality, they don't give a shit, do they? They're like, well, we've got your money, you little prick. We don't give a fuck. Like,
I'll never understand like say loyalty to a corporation that doesn't even know you exist.
Yeah, exactly.
Other than they just know that you probably give money to them. You know what I mean? You're possibly there for the success of that company, but you're such a you're like less than 1% of the user base that you don't matter. Your opinion doesn't really matter because in their mind, you're not the majority.
He's just wrote in the comments, crossplay is basically like jacking off another guy. That's jacking off another one, but in a good way. What?
Always in a good way.
Yeah.
I was thinking of crossing the streams. And that's, Ghostbusters has taught us anything. That's not something you should do.
Yeah, apparently. Yeah. So anyway, what was I saying? Yeah. So I've totally forgot what I'm saying now. I've got that. It's called a Dutch rudder, isn't it? Apparently. Thank you, Grinder. So yeah.
Is your Funko Pop picture your Grinder pick?
Oh, definitely. Definitely. It's so yours. What are you talking about?
You'd be the only guy who would go on Grinder and not get any action.
Don't say mean things. No, but help me, Adam.
I'm not helping. I'm staying out of this one.
He's swiping left on Grinder. I've never had Grinder. Do you swipe on Grinder? I don't know.
I don't know.
Do you grind on it? Like, why is that called grind? I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, but anyway, video games. That's what the podcast's about. So yeah,
the Unashamed Grind as well.
Oh God, I've got a sweat on here. My God,
we're not called Bring It Gaming UK anymore. We're called Bring It Grinder. Let's go.
Yeah, if we had any actual viewers, we'd probably be taken down by now.
Oh, this brings me joy.
Yeah,
I love the internet for all the wrong reasons.
So yes, video games.
Is that a cue for it to leave? It possibly is.
No, it's not. It's not.
It is.
It is. Is it? Are we leaving?
I think it probably is. We've had a good hour.
But we haven't talked about Ark yet. Let's do that. It's Ark 5 minutes. So yeah, let's do that. Ark's going to be on the Switch. I don't know if anyone's
cares.
You don't care, Paul. Like, how many times do I have to tell you this? Don't care.
Adam, stop saying hurtful things.
Adam, keep saying factual things.
Ark is the best game ever. It always will be.
Then why don't you marry it?
If I could, I would.
If you love it so much.
Yeah, I would. Yeah. So
this is my most childish podcast.
In summation, like a crossplay, we need it. Like, let's unify the console player base. Let's all be friends.
Let's be fanboys together.
Yeah. The comment section. Excuse me, sir. Do you have a moment to talk about our Lord and Savior Ark? I have lots. Thank you. Yes, I do. No, but like seriously, like let's unify the whole console. And like, let's play together and let's all have fun instead of like, oh well, that console's trash and like, who gives a shit? Like, PlayStation and Microsoft, they don't care. They're just happy you've bought their console. So they're not like, oh yeah, you should say this. Like, they just want you to play on their console, so they're not interested. Yeah. So let's all just get along. Let's all have a hug. Not hug. That's weird. It's getting weird again. Like, let's all just play console games together.
Yeah, and then next week we'll tackle exclusivity. We'll fix that one.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, well, that's what we're doing here. We're fixing the gaming industry one podcast at a time.
Genuinely, though, it's one final point for cross-platform being a thing, which I've not mentioned, is how like there's a lot of games that die because the player base is split. And it would keep games alive for much longer. You know what I mean? Like, if you ever go back to play an old game and there's like 10 people playing.
Yeah.
If we had cross-platform, that might be 40 people, which is enough for a game. You know what I mean? That's enough for a good game or two on a game that you still loved. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because and I just want that. I want to play old games. You know, the games I used to be good at. I want to keep playing them ones.
Yeah, the games you were good at when you were younger. Yes,
yeah.
Like, for me, what's that? The Battle Royale game, the Cullen, like that's dead on Xbox, and they've got, like you said, they've got like 10 players who consistently play it. So if that was crossplay, like if
you might have a full match,
you could get a full match. Like they're making the Cullen 2 now, which is cool in theory, but is it
cool in theory?
But is it going to be the same game, just with a new map?
It sounds like a cash-in. It sounds like they're like, we shouldn't have pulled out when we did because Fortnite's become popular and we could have had a slice of that pie.
Yeah.
Because I bet you it'll be free to play. I really do think it'll be a free to play title.
I just think they should get rid of the melee attacks, like the crafting, the weapons and stuff. And I just think they should just focus on guns. And I think that it could do well because it didn't run bad.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't a terrible game. We had a few games, but it was just... It's like the rock, paper, scissors combat, wasn't it?
Yeah. I wouldn't take out the melee combat or the crafting. I would just put more guns into it because it was like you play the whole game and win games and you'd not even seen a gun the whole game. But then if they're going, but their niche might be melee combat. So if that's what they want to go for. But I just felt like the melee combat wasn't as good as I think they thought it was. Like, it just didn't work very well for a lot of times, you know what I mean?
Did you play the Cullen, Adam?
No, it wasn't one that sort of just passed me by. I was never really... Like, I saw videos of it and stuff, and I thought I might give it a try at one point, but then by the time I was going to give it a try, it was dead.
It was already dead.
Yeah, I mean, it dropped off. Yeah, it dropped off pretty quick though, didn't it? Because like the first 2 weeks, it was always down. The servers were down, and then like 2 weeks later, there was like 100 players in the UK playing it. I was like, well, that can't be right, because it tells you like in the bottom right hand corner.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it was like 5 players online. I was like, it can't be. And then obviously people are saying, oh yeah, the game's dead already. And there's like I said, there's like 10 people who continuously play it together. Like they're in a Xbox group.
Yeah.
So if we had like cross-play, you could play with people on PlayStation.
I know, we could settle a console once and for all and have Xbox versus Sony. In the culling, and that's the only way you find out what the best console is.
Yeah.
I'm kidding, that would never work.
Yeah. Paul can't play Resident Evil 4 says winning a match in Fortnite is like playing rock, paper, and scissors, but you can only use rock, so you have 30% of chance of winning because that shit is random. Yeah, well,
he's not wrong.
He's not, like, to be fair.
There's a lot of random in Fortnite.
There is. Well, it's the same with PUBG. It's like you're dropping Pachinki and all you find is a handgun. But at least you can't build around it, you know what I mean? That's not my name, he says. Well, you're the one who put Paul can't play Resident Evil 4 was your name. I can't remember your name. As Exacto, was it? Getting attacked in the comment section now. I'm starting to swear. Just call me Paul Berkowitz. Oh,
you can tell Paul's new to comments, so I'll just lay it out for people. You don't have to read every comment.
I haven't been. There's loads. There's loads.
If a comment hurts your feelings, which let's be honest, 80% of them will. Just pretend it didn't happen and then tell your therapist later.
I will, yeah. I'm going to have to get off and go and talk to my therapist now, yeah. But, like, crossplay, yes, I want it. I'm assuming you both want it too.
Yeah.
No, I've made no indication of that. I think there should be more segregation.
All right, Ben. Yeah.
On Xbox players can only sit on a bus.
I think we should start a cult, and if you find out someone's on the opposite console, you should never speak to them again, and random attacks should start happening.
Just beating.
No, cross-platform should happen. I don't think it's going to happen this gen. I just wish it would.
Yeah.
I feel like, fingers crossed, next gen Sony might go, okay, let's do it. Let's not piss off the fucking people who pay the bills.
Yeah. It'd be interesting. I think it's just they need to change their stance on it. If they turn around and say, we don't want to do it because it makes no business sense, fine, whatever.
Fair, yeah, fine. And at least be honest.
Yeah.
I think the dishonesty and, like the corporate speak to walk around the issue is what annoys a lot of people.
Yeah, because the only people that are kicking off about it are people who know games.
Yeah.
Like, the general public don't care. They don't even know that crossplay is a thing or anything.
Yeah.
It's not.
Like I say, 90% of people were playing crossplay on Fortnite and didn't even notice it was going on. You know what I mean? They didn't notice any difference. They're like, this game's still random and I'm still terrible at it.
Yeah. Well, I think it's quite cool that we've had an episode and Adam's internet hasn't dropped out. So that's
impressive.
That's another plus. So that's going in the win column for this episode.
Yeah, we do need to. I do want to ask what games you've been playing this week.
Oh shit! Yeah. Oh my god. We haven't even got a theme tune for that yet, Adam. Come on, let's get working.
Right, I'll get on that.
Yeah. Well, this is what I'm gonna say. You cut this out and make a tune. Yeah. Okay. What are you playing? Are you playing a game?
Never do that again.
I do that every week. What are you talking about?
I know, and every week I want you to never do it again.
Right, yeah. So, Adam, what are you playing?
I've been playing Nier Automata.
Yeah.
Or Automata, however you want to pronounce it. It's really good.
Yeah, it's such a good looking game. It's like a beautiful world.
Well, it's very brown. Like,
I disagree. I love the art style.
That's the one thing I'm not sure about is the art style, but the gameplay is phenomenal.
Yeah.
So smooth, so much fun, loads to do. Like,
what even is this game? All I heard was something about tomatoes. I was like, what?
You say tomato, I say automata.
I don't know what's happening in the story. I haven't figured it out yet, but there's basically the premise is aliens came to Earth and then built robots, and then humans escaped to the moon, and humans built androids to fight the robots. So now you play as an android who goes back to Earth, and you're going to fight the robots.
Was it me though? But was it like a second ago? You're like, I don't really know the story, and then you just went into the full story. Oh,
I gave you. That's all I know about it so far. Look, things have happened, right?
One man, and then he just tells her the end of the game, and then she dies at the end.
And like me and Paul are crying because it was such a touching story. It's beautiful, man.
Look, there's robots that want to fight you. There's robots that want to bang each other. There's robots that want to live in peace and harmony. And then there's androids who want to kill things, and there's androids who don't want to kill things.
You've been looking at my Pornhub list again, haven't you?
There's robots that want to bang things.
No, literally, there's one scene where you go into this area, and there's robots trying to bang each other. Like it's a giant robot orgy.
I'm going to play this game. Is this free to play? Is it?
No. Good.
Yeah, you had me at robots want to bang each other. I mean, that was literally the last thing you said. But you had us at
me
it.
at oil is lube. And I mean, you didn't even say that, but you had us at it.
So, Ben, what have you been playing then?
This and that. I've been playing Wolfenstein 2. I've been playing a bit of. I'm not enjoying it as much as I enjoyed the first two most recent remakes. Doom I've just got again. I haven't been playing much. I've been sticking to my classic Battlefield series at the minute. I've been playing a lot of Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 1. But that's it, because there's just nothing great out at the minute. There's nothing that's really...
Yeah, I've found that. Like,
I was excited, you know what I mean? I'm looking forward to Red Dead Redemption 2, and I'm looking forward to Battlefield 5, and that's about it. There's not much this year that I'm really hyped for.
Yeah. I mean, I've been playing Resident Evil 5, like streaming it, but other than that...
You've been playing more old games than new games. And
that's it.
The same, you know what I mean? There's just...
Yeah.
It's that summer lull, you know what I mean? Where there's just nothing...
Yeah, I mean, when we first got Xboxes, there was literally nothing, and it feels like that again for some reason. Like, it's really... There's nothing. Like, other than streaming Resident Evil 5, I've played one game of that Darwin project, and again, it was liquid dog shit. So, like,
it's like the Cullen, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what's interesting about the Cullen and Darwin project? One thing they have in common is they're probably more true to Hunger Games style of battle royale than PUBG is. You know what I mean? Like, they both have that kind of, like, there's like a dome kind of over the head, and there's like, you know, you scavenge for items, and you know, you're not just like inundated with guns, and they're like more true to the actual experience of what battle royales usually been presented as, and yet people dislike them the most.
Yeah,
that's it. Yeah,
the other game I've been playing, and I do highly recommend, is Humans Fall Flat.
Oh, I've been playing that.
It's so good.
It's terrible, but so good.
It's short, but it's one of these puzzle games where, like, you just sort of figure out the puzzle and you feel like a really smart person.
Yeah.
Because you figured it out.
If you don't know what it is, Ben, you're basically like, you walk like a baby, and you've got like arms that like stretch out by pressing like up and down and stuff, and you can grab a hold. It's weird. It sounds weird explaining it.
You walk like a baby.
You do? You walk like a baby?
You're still talking about a game.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not saying you walk like a baby, though. I'm just saying in game you walk like a baby. And it, like you said, it's a puzzle game, and like I think I've played like 3 missions of it, and I was like, yeah, this is quite cool. Do you know the train one where you had to like get across the train platforms? Like, I think it was mission 3. Like, I kind of cheated on that. Like, I couldn't figure out what to do, so I just jumped off the side. And what it does is you fall like down and then land back onto that part of the game, if that makes sense. Like, so you jump off and like you go down, and it brings you back to that. And I just landed on one of the roofs, and then I just jumped across.
Fair enough.
That was very niche explanation for like you guys who know that level. Everyone else listening was like, okay.
The weird thing is like the puzzles look like a lot of them can be sort of solved in a couple of different ways.
Yeah,
you just got to sort of figure it out. It gets harder, like it gets more complex.
Yeah,
like as you go on, and there's only about 6 levels or something.
That's cool that there's multiple ways to solve the puzzle, because then it makes the experience a bit more unique.
Yeah, and you just like it doesn't really give you like all you can do is pick stuff up, move stuff, and like you can carry stuff about, and you can sort of climb up stuff, but only like if you can get like your hands over the edge of something, you can climb up it. You can't like scale anything. You just sort of clamber up stuff. But it makes you feel really smart because you've figured out these puzzles. I don't know what it is, but I sat and I played it and I really enjoyed it.
It's quite cool, yeah.
I think that's the sense of accomplishment from puzzle games in general, though, isn't it? That's kind of the joy of a puzzle game is that you're like, hey, I beat it, I'm a genius.
But like, it's one of those.
And you go to the leaderboards and you're the worst ever. You were like,
but it's one of those puzzle games like Portal, where you feel like you need to figure it out rather than it just be like a sliding block puzzle or pressing a button puzzle sort of thing.
Yeah, I like
to think outside the box.
Cool. Thinking about games that you said that are coming out like this year, we haven't mentioned the new Tomb Raider.
Ooh, I am looking forward to that because it's the final in the trilogy, isn't it?
It is, and
I've actually really enjoyed the last two.
Yeah, they've been really, really good. Like, I haven't even finished the second one because there was so much to do. Nah, like I finished the first one, and then the second one, I'm still enjoying it. I keep like picking it up every now and again, but it's just like I move on to something else because I feel like I'm not going to complete it anytime soon. So I'm like,
have you seen the trailer? I think was it E3 that showed it, where like Rambo style, she like covers herself in mud and like lies into the tree. Back when that was cool shit.
Yeah,
the Predator moment.
Yeah,
that's it. Come on, do it, kill me. I'm right here. Come on, do it. Sorry, I had to slip in an Arnie impression there. So I think maybe
Tomb Raider. Raid some tombs.
Yeah, let's do it. Is this the end of the episode?
That's another one. Though. I do like the puzzles in the tomb. It's the same thing of a lot of the tombs are optional and they're really interesting. So hopefully we get more complex tombs to raid up all them tombs.
Raiding all them tombs. Yeah, Tomb Raider raiding all them tombs. That is the official title. Can't wait for it. Oh God.
On that note, thanks for listening.
If you
like and subscribe.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, if you haven't left a like already, please do so. We also have a Twitter. It's Bring It Gaming or Big Presents. It also looks like Big Presents, but no one's getting big presents. Okay, that's misleading. It's Big Presents. Okay,
but one word though. Big presents.
Big presents. Yeah, big presents. And that's it. That's pretty much it for this episode of the Unashamed Gamers Live. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting, and we'll see you all in the next one. Everybody say bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.